first. Okay. Now open Firefox. Now open Firefox in your browser. Learning Selenium IDE is very easy task. Okay. What you're supposed to do is just open Firefox browser. Open a new tab. Okay. Before doing any task, before doing any action, whatever you are going to automate now, before doing that manually, just open this window. Just open this window. If you click on this icon, then this window will be opened. If you click on this icon, SC plus pencil symbol is there, right? If you click on this icon, this is IDE icon, Selenium IDE icon. If you click on it, this pop-up window will be opened. Okay. After getting it, if you notice, this is enabled. This button is enabled. If you hover on it, you can see now recording, because it is in recording mode. If you click on it, then it will go to normal mode. If you click on it, it will, if you again click on it, it will come to recording mode. If you open Selenium IDE, it will come up with recording mode. It will come up with recording mode. So what you have to do, just click on it and minimize it. Okay, just click on this one and minimize it. After that, you can do the task manually. So I am planning to automate Facebook login action. So what I supposed to do, just click on that. Okay, then minimize it. Do the same thing. Open Firefox browser, click on that and minimize it. Okay, then follow my actions. Facebook.com. I've opened it. Then I'm giving some test email ID. So give your email IDs, no problem. So I'm giving my email ID and my password. If I click on it, I will be logged in, right? Okay. If I go here, I can see all the actions. Okay, those are recorded here. I've opened facebook.com. I typed, so in ID equal to email. ID equal to email means the email field. I typed this one, dnorth961 something, and this is my password. I typed some password and I clicked on the login button. So these are all the steps I did. Those are all recorded. Okay. If I click this button, the recording will be stopped. Okay, the recording will be stopped. Let me log out. After recording it, so now I have a empty browser, right? Let me close this. Let me open Firefox again. Firefox browser again. So this window is there, right? If I click on this button is there to play the current test. This button is there to play the current test. See this, I have already performed all the actions manually once. Okay, I did it once. I typed my email ID into email. I typed my email into email field. I typed my password into password field. I click on login button, right? So those all steps are recorded. Now I will just come here and click on this button. See this, I am not doing anything. It is entering username, it is entering password, it performed login action. So if I record it once, I can play it a number of times. I can rerun it a number of times. See this. If it is coming in green color means the test case is passed. See this, runs equal to 1, failures are equal to 0. That means I ran one test case, that is passed. This is the way to work with Selenium IDE. It is very easy. You just need to click on the Selenium IDE icon. Whatever you want to automate, do that manually once. If you do that manually once, those actions will be recorded. After recording those actions, what you're supposed to do is open a new tab like this, and run it. Test case. So I recorded once, I can play it a number of times. I don't need to do it manually again and again. Okay, my test case is passed.
Dave,
Yeah,
my test case has got failed.
in your machine.
Sorry.
Okay. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Yeah, I'll show you one minute. It's like this. I opened Facebook again. It stopped here and it's showing failures one.
Actually, there are some problem with this click and wait. Okay. And see this ID equal to YUI underscore 3 underscore 10. Some junk number came, right? Sometimes what will happen, from one run to another run, the ID will change. Few IDs will be dynamically generated. Okay, there might be a problem with the ID. Do one thing, in the target, click on the select box, target select box.
Where?
In this pop-up in the middle you have, right, command equal to click and wait, and target value select find buttons. Come down, you can see that. No, not there, here, man.
This one?
Yeah,
The
underneath
target.
one, target is there, right? Yeah, click on that. So on that, choose link equal to Facebook login. Yeah, click on that. Yeah, that's enough. Now run the test case. So there are so many ways to find that. So that ID way is failing, right? So we are trying in this new way. We'll see what will happen. Okay, now that is passed. Now go there. Now where is it giving the error? Name equal to something like that. Now click on this line. Click on the third line. Red mark is there, right? Select window. Click on that. Come to the target. Okay, only we have one target. Man,
Yeah.
actually, Selenium ID is a, how can I tell that? Uh, it doesn't support many things, man. It's not as much stable as Selenium WebDriver, so you cannot try all this kind of stuff. I just wanna show you simple example, but you tried something, right? It is giving error. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. So try in the same way what I have suggested, like just directly open facebook.com and log into that. Why I'm telling Selenium IDE means there are few uses for us. I will tell you. By learning Selenium IDE, we have few uses. That's what I'm telling you. And if someone asks, "Do you know Selenium IDE?" you can say that I know that. Instead of saying I never worked on it, you can say that I have some idea on Selenium IDE. Yeah, first open that. Open a new tab. Yeah, directly type facebook.com.
I should end.
Yeah, you can give dummy username and password also. Nothing will happen. Give some dummy password and say login. Hmm.
Run the
Now,
test case right now.
now look at the recording. Now look at the recording. Yeah. So they all are recorded, right? Yeah. Now open a new tab and yeah. Otherwise, in the same tab you can run it. See this. You got the error, right? Or open a new tab and run it once. You will get the same thing. Open the new tab here. Yeah. Click on. Yeah. Now run it.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Now see that window. You will see a green color highlighted lines. That means test case is passed. Okay. Runs equal to 1, failure is equal to 0. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Let me make myself as presenter. Okay. I will do one thing. I will make everyone as presenter. Show that mm, in your computer. Hari, can you share your screen? If you don't have Facebook account, just open something, do something, and show it to me. I just wanna show. I just wanna see. Are they able to record and play it back? Are you sharing your screen, Hari? Yeah. Yeah. Now show me something. What have recorded? So it is passed. Okay, then that is fine. Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah. Good. If you are planning to run it, just open Firefox first and run it. Then I can see that. Otherwise, I cannot see, right? Where is it running? Okay, don't try this. Don't try this. Give some dummy email ID. I am recording it. Your Facebook password will be leaked to everyone. Okay. Whatever I showed you, that is a dummy account. I didn't show my original FB account there. Okay, don't give your email ID and password. With the password, with your original password, if you try that tool will show you the password, right? So don't try with your original password.
I'm gonna change it. Dev, no problem.
Yeah, change it, man. Otherwise, it's a
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, 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 not at all. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. So Harsha, can you share your screen? Rajan, mute your mic.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Are you sharing your screen, Harsha? Harsha, are you there? You can unmute and talk. I'm just waiting for you. Okay. Okay, I will make myself a presenter. I don't know what is the problem. Okay, I hope all understood the concept. Now, after recording the test case, what will they do means if they close it, they will lose the content, right? They will lose the content. What they have recorded, they will lose it. Okay. So what you have to do, if you want to work with Selenium IDE, you have to do like this. File, you should click on save test case. So you can save the test case as Facebook login. If you give meaningful name, that will be good. Facebook login. So this it got saved as Facebook login. Now I can close it. If I wanna run the test case, I can simply what I can do means I will open Firefox. I will click on it. Instead of re-recording it, I will say file and there is an option called open. There is an option called open. If you say open, the browse window will be opened. I have to choose the test case. If I say open that, then I can get all the steps what I have recorded. So if you record something before closing the window, you have to save it. And if you want to open that one, you need to choose this option open. And if you select the file, then all the records will appear here. Then you can run it as usual. Okay. And one more thing I have to tell you, if I have more than one test case, so if I wanna create one more test case, I can say new test case. Here I can click on it, I can say new test case. Here new test case option is there, right? If I click on it, a new test case will be added here. So this is my Facebook test case, this is my new test case. Okay. After creating a new test case, I will record something else. Let me click on it, so it will be recorded. Now I am opening some Myntra.com website. Then I am clicking on blog. I am clicking on some blog link. I'm just seeing whether that if I click on blog link, blog is opening or not. That I just wanna see. Okay, it opened it, right? So if you see here, the test case got recorded. Okay, let me run it. So if I have multiple test cases, if I want to run both, I need to click on this one. What this button is saying? Play entire test suite. If I wanna run particular test case, I just wanna click on it. Okay. The second button will run the selected test case. First button will run both the test cases. So if I click on it, so it opened. This test case got passed. So for this also I will save the test case. So here I will go and if I say save the test case, then it will come and I will save it as Myntra. Now I have two test cases. Now I will explain you one more problem. If I click on it, if I say open, file open, then at a time I can choose only one. So if I wanna add two test cases, I have to say file open and again I need to choose this one. So if I have 10 test cases, what will happen? For me it's really difficult, right? So at a time I can open only one. See this, it is not allowing me to select. Okay, I have to add a new test case. So what I am trying to say is I did a mistake. If I have more than, okay, I will re-record it. So the problem here is if I have more than one test case, I should not save it like a simple test case. I have to save it like a test suite. Okay, let me record it one more time. I added a new test case. Here I am recording it. I am opening Myntra.com. And I am clicking on blog page. Okay, the steps are recorded, right? First I have to save it like a test case. Myntra. So if I wanna select one of them, I will choose them. If I wanna run Facebook, I will choose Facebook. If I wanna run Myntra, I will choose Myntra file. But if I wanna open both the files at a time, I have to save it like a test suite. Instead of saying save test case, if I say save test suite, then both will be saved as a test suite. The definition for test case and test suite is test case means a single test. Okay, logging into the Facebook account, that is a test, and opening blog link in Myntra.com, that is a test. Combination of test cases or more than one test case collectively is known as test suite. Okay, I am saving it as TS1, that means test suite 1. Okay, then
Hey, Mr. Dave.
hello.
Yeah, this both files will be selected at a time
Yeah,
for
both files
saving a
can,
test set.
yeah, both files can be selected at a time if you save them as test suite. If you save them as test suite. Okay. So if
Okay.
you wanna open both the files, what you have to do is open the Selenium IDE add-on, on that add-on. Then instead of saying open, say open test suite, and choose the test suite what you have saved. If you open the test suite, then both will be saved at a time. If you save them as simple test cases, you cannot open them at a time. If you wanna open both the test cases at a time, you have to save them as test suite and you have to open them as test suite. Okay. Now, why did I explain Selenium? Why did I play Selenium IDE in my course content? That you have to understand. Let me explain that part. The main advantage with Selenium IDE is, I told you right, if you wanna automate something, so if I ask you to do something manually, what will you do? If I enter some text into email field, you will come here and you will enter. How did you recognize that field as email? By looking at this label, right? Since you are a human being, you can look at the label and you can identify the field. But program doesn't have that flexibility, right? It cannot look at the labels and make the call. It cannot justify what is the email field, what is the password field. Then how can a program identify an element on the page? If I ask program to type something, there are so many fields. There is a email field, there is a password field, there is a first name field, surname field, email, mobile, rename email, mobile, new password. So like that, there are 7 fields on this page. In which field it has to enter, how the program can realize that? The way is, I will explain it in this way. There are 4 people in this class, right? 4 people are attending this class, right? If I wanna say something to Rajan, how can I say that? So few minutes back I asked Rajan to mute his mic. How did I communicate that message to him? By calling him with his name, right? We all have names for that purpose only. If we don't have names, then we cannot communicate for particular person. I can distinguish each and every one. I can communicate with single person in this group by calling with your name. Hari, Harsha, Pujita, Rajan. By calling with your name, I can identify you people, right? Like that in web pages also, for elements, Ideally, either ID or name should be given. Okay, ideally they should be given. I am saying ideally. Few people don't give. If they don't provide ID or name, how can we find that element? I will tell you later. But if you have ID or name, then using that we can identify the element. Let me open facebook.com. So if I want to enter some email into the field, one way to identify this element is, if you open that in Chrome, I will tell you the option. Right click on the element, right click on the element. If you right click on the element, you will get this menu item. At the end you can see inspect element option. You can see inspect element option. If you click on it, the tag of that element will be highlighted. The tag of the element, the respective tag of that element will be highlighted. If you see this tag, you can easily identify these two things: name and ID. The name of the element is email, ID of the element is email. So I can identify this element by its name, email, or I can identify this element by the ID, email. Okay, these are all known as identification logics. We will talk on them in later sessions, but what I am trying to say is, if you are not good at this, identifying the elements by your own, if you don't learn Selenium IDE, you have to do all these steps. You need to inspect the element, look at the tag, and you need to find yourself what is the ID of the element, what is the name of the element, everything. But if you learn Selenium IDE, you will simply come here. So I automated it, right? I automated Selenium ID, right? Always refer to this target field. The target field will show you the identification logic of the element. See this, what it is showing? Target equal to ID equal to email. That means the ID of the element is email. You don't need to do everything. You don't need to inspect the elements. If you are good at Selenium, then you can directly inspect the element using Chrome and you can write the identification logic by your own. But for beginners, it may it might difficult to identify the elements. It may difficult to write the identification logic by their own. So they can take assistance from Selenium IDE. What they have to do, if they want to write a program in Selenium WebDriver, they can automate the task in Selenium IDE first. Okay, then they can refer the identification logic using target field. If you are good at identifying the elements by your own, by inspecting the element, then that is fine. Okay, follow that process only. Inspecting the element using inspect element option in Chrome is suggestible because you can quickly finish the work. But if you are not able to understand that, if you are not in a position to write the logic by your own, what you have to do, record that manual actions once in Selenium IDE and refer to the target field. Okay, see the target field. In the target field, if you click on find, ideally that element, oh sorry, I'm in Chrome, right? That's why it's not highlighting. So see this, if I select an element, if I select the command, and beside target field you can find a button called find. If you click on the find button, the element will be highlighted with the yellow color. That means that ID equal to email. So the email field ID is email. And for password field, if I click on it, see this, it is highlighting the password field with yellow color, right? That means that the identification logic for password field is ID equal to pass. The ID of password field is pass. Okay, and click and wait. So that means here we are saying type these values into these two values into the two text fields and click on this login button. And why are we waiting? After clicking, it will log in, right? It will log in and our Facebook wall page will be open, right? So to get that page, we are asking it to wait. Okay, if you just click, if you just wanna click, you will say click. After clicking, if you wanna wait for the page loading, you will say click and wait. Okay, if I say fine, see this button is highlighted, right? So if you are not in a position to write the identification logic by your own, you can take assistance from Selenium IDE. That's why I just introduced you guys to Selenium IDE. We don't work much on that. This is the explanation about Selenium IDE. This is enough for us, I guess. Okay, if you wanna explore more, you can try to automate the test cases using Selenium IDE now, and you can explore. From tomorrow onwards, I will tell you Selenium WebDriver. From tomorrow, we are starting Selenium WebDriver. I will show you how to install Selenium WebDriver and how can we open the browser, how can we type something using Selenium WebDriver in tomorrow's class.
Mr. Dev,
Yeah, tell me, Rajan.
I will not use that one. Selenium ID.
Come again, I didn't get you.
The purpose of this Selenium ID, will use it or will
No,
use
no, 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 no,
Selenium?
no, no. We don't use it at all. No one is using Selenium IDE right now because I told you, right, the main limitation of Selenium IDE is it is supported only on Firefox.
Okay.
If I develop a product and if I ask everyone to use it only on Firefox, then no one will listen to me, right? No one will use my product also.
Yeah.
If I develop something, then it has to be supported on all browsers. I will use in my comfortable browser, right?
Yes.
So that's why I need to test my product in all browsers. But if I use Selenium IDE, I can test it only on Firefox, right? That's why no one is putting their efforts on Selenium IDE. No one is recording the test cases at all. And one more problem with Selenium IDE is from release to release, the IDs will change. Sometimes if UI changes, then the ID will change, right? Instead of ID equal to email, if I make it as ID equal to email too, definitely I should modify that in my test case also.
Yeah.
That maintenance work we have to do. That is also a problem with Selenium IDE. Since it is a recording, right? So it's difficult to modify the test case sometimes. So that's why. Can you mute your mic? Someone is talking beside you. Yeah. Because of these reasons, no one is using Selenium IDE. I don't want to focus much on Selenium IDE because no one is using it right now. But why I gave introduction about it means, I told you, right, if you don't know how to identify this email field by your own, you can record this once by doing all these steps manually. Then you can refer to the target field of that element. If you see here, we are typing this into the email field, right? That means if you click on this command, the one what you see in the target field, that is the identification logic of that element. That is the identification logic of the element. We are entering password into the password field, right? So this is my password. I know that. If I click on it and if I refer to the target field, then that will tell me the identification logic of that password field. So if you are not in a position to write the identification logic by my own, I can take help from Selenium IDE. That's why I introduced you people to Selenium IDE. Is it clear, Rajan?
Yes, Dev.
Okay, good.
Dev,
Yeah, tell me, Hari.
this is Haridev.
Yeah, tell me.
Dev, do we need to install Selenium WebDriver as well?
Selenium WebDriver is not like a plugin. It's a jar file. For JNIT, we downloaded a jar, right?
Yeah.
Like that, for Selenium WebDriver also, we need to download a jar and we need to add it to a project. It's not like an exe file or plugin. It's a simple jar
Okay.
file. You need to download and add it to the project. That's it.
Can we do it now
No,
to
no,
have a
no.
head start for tomorrow class?
Yeah, in tomorrow's class itself, I will show you
Okay.
how to do the installation and all. I will show you in tomorrow's class. So my request is just work on Selenium IDE for some time. Just try to record few test cases by your own. Okay, then you can explore much, right?
Okay.
Because when I'm asking in few interviews, they may ask, "Did you work on Selenium IDE?" Then you can say that, "Yeah, I worked on it. I know the things like that." You can confidently say if you work on it for some time.
Okay.
Yeah. And how to install Selenium WebDriver, and how can we write a simple script to open an URL in the browser? How can we perform login into the Facebook? I will show you in tomorrow's class. And one more update. Tomorrow we have class at 8 o'clock. It's not at 8:45. Only on Saturdays we have class at 8 o'clock. I will remind the same in our group also. Okay, don't forget. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you don't have any doubts. We'll meet tomorrow at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. IST.